For David Cameron, on a generally unsatisfactory and controversial trip, this was a rare moment of light relief. The Prime Minister was desperate to meet cricket legend Mattaya Muralitharan, though there might have been a twinge or two of anxiety about facing his bowling. Fortunately, the Prime Ministerial dignity was kept broadly intact.
Oh, no, that's out, I think.
But there was a more serious point. Murali has been leading efforts at reconciliation following the civil war, just the sort of thing David Cameron wants to happen, though he might not have been delighted to hear the spinner felt Mr Cameron had got the wrong end of the stick in certain respects. He must have been misled by other people, he told journalists. People speak without going and seeing the things there. I go on and off, I see from my eyes, and there is improvement.
Of course, I was told all sorts of things yesterday in the North, and there are very strong views in this country and strong differing views on some of the issues. I would say what matters is not everything that I was told, but what I myself have said. And I think I've given a fair reflection of some of the things that need to happen in terms of reconciliation, in terms of progress, in terms of human rights, in terms of free speech. And I think it's important to raise these issues.
The scenes of anguish and pain that accompanied his visit to Jaffna convinced the Prime Minister there are legitimate grievances that are crying out for redress. The Sri Lankan government, though, remains defiant. The one area where David Cameron is inclined to force the pace is on the need for a full inquiry into allegations of war crimes. There, for the first time, was something like a deadline.
Let me be very clear. If that investigation is not completed by March, then I will use our position on the UN Human Rights Council to work with the UN Human Rights Commissioner and call for a full, credible and independent international inquiry.
David Cameron is well aware there is no appetite in the Sri Lankan government for the sort of independent inquiry he's advocating. And that means that if President Rajapaksa and his colleagues don't follow the Prime Minister's advice, he'll be returning to the issue in March, trying once again to find new ways to up the pressure. President Rajapaksa continues to be hostile to David Cameron's ideas. The British Prime Minister's case has been loud and clear, but most of the time it must have felt to him as though no one on the Sri Lankan side was listening. Joey Jones, Sky News.